Hey, this here is PKT, and I'm just thinking maybe I should do a show. Different kinds of shows, of course. Let me adjust the volume. But basically, some kind of different shows where I talk about different ideas I have or experiences. I kind of thought I saw a few ghosts recently walking on the street, but can't be sure of that. Even if I did, it's not like it'd matter anyways. Also, let's see. I have a thing full of topics I want to talk about. The event known as Desk is coming up, which is based off of sort of a spin off of Kawaii Lolly Attack, which was some show Rave Lolly thought up, who isn't lollycore artist. Either way, mm, I think I might do a show on my show ideas and game ideas and music projects and stuff like that. Eh, there's not much to that, but there's like a bunch of different ideas like that. Like trying to make shows on like animes and whatnot. A lot of my show ideas is with a lot of my ideas are based on dreams or like times where I just zone out and just think of stuff, which I consider pretty much like a dream, anyways. Uh, yeah, sleep is another topic I wanted to cover. Sleep is like really strange lately. Like, nowadays I feel like sleep is better than most other things. And dreams are like my preferred reality. This one, whether it's real or not, I don't know. But if it is, it seems pretty terrible. And if it's not, then it has just as much weight as the other realities I visit. Then, eh, whatever. And then there's a topic I call the nightmare of living. Uh, basically, eh, there's different stuff in the world which kinda bothers me. Eh, like, I guess I won't get into that right now, but like, still, mm, nothing ever feels real. That's about all I'll say right now. Um, sleeping forever seems like it'd be cool because then you could just hop from world to world. I'm not talking about dying, I'm talking about sleeping forever. Now there's other worlds, like the worlds of dreams, the worlds of imagination, of ideas, thought, consciousness, such like that. The realms that exist within what we call the human mind, and the effects thereof. I think I want to touch on different parts of those, like talk about the different mechanics of dreams and mental things and stuff, and how some things feel real and other things feel like plastic or like fake, like an illusion. Like you can tell that they're not real even while you're going through it. Some dreams are like that. Some other worlds seem so real that you just can't really escape them. Then again, there's also sort of questioning what reality actually is, so that's something I might want to cover too. And then there's like another topic I wanted to cover is some kind of world beyond this one. Basically, I sort of think that existence as we know it is layered in sort of a combination of different worlds. Like, worlds between sleeping and awake, life and death, and other such things, and layers of dimensions, abstractions between mortality and omniscience, and the layers in between such, and lying between pseudo nothingness and pseudo everythingness would be sort of like almost where we would be, and like our reality is kind of like the edge of a razor between, like, we sit on a delicate balance between uh, understanding what we could be and wanting to be something different no matter what the consequences are. Like, we could possibly either realize that that we're meant for a certain role, or that we don't really have much else of an option. I don't know. Another thing I want to cover is my music projects, like pkthundaga on SoundCloud, which is just a random mix of remixes and original compositions and stuff like that. I have a bunch of offline music projects which I don't really show people, which are just kind of like remixes mostly, but like automated, and they don't really get much of a focus due to copyrights and such like that. But I do plan on releasing the programs I use to make the remixes through an automated process and such. Once I can find the appropriate channels of releasing such, might go to Google, might not, might go to SourceForge, might not. Either way, when the thing is done, it's just gonna be out there, and people can build on it from there and try to make of it what they want. It's more like a tool for making what you want of what's there. Then there's my game projects, which are kind of just like, how can I describe my game projects? Game projects are just sort of like, I wanted to make a space shooter, like kind of one like Toho meets Gradius, and all that stuff and stuff like that. I wanted to make a game which was kind of like this shitty comedian's life, where like his uncle is like this criminal and his sister is like this prostitute and trying to sell him drugs and all this other stuff, and like he's gonna turn his life around in like a week, or like just throw it in the shitter. But like basically, if you want to play the game for like, the images or whatnot, then that's fine. But like, if you want to play the game for like the story, then don't really expect anything to be too mm, friendly as far as like delicate sensibilities, or you know typical games like that would be in that format. That project was called Project Black. It hasn't been finished yet, but I think I have a way I might finish it. Maybe just voice the roles and the dialogue, and then have people be able to choose between the different voiced parts. Like, blah blah blah. Like, I'll be telling the story, and then there'll be points that come up where you can choose which part I tell next. And it's gonna be made with like Renpai, which is for visual novels, but the visual aspect of it will kind of not really be there. So it's kind of like a sound project. And then the other aspect of it is, I mean, there were other projects I want to do. One, which I haven't really talked too much about with anybody, called Project Red, which has been floating in my mind for a while, which is supposed to be this bloody, gory world full of like people who just basically live on blood and gore and stuff. A world that turned in on itself and just destruction became the only means of expressing uh, uh, emotion. So expect it to be more of a gory project, and don't expect it to be very family friendly. There's another project called Project Blue, which was supposed to be this game that takes place under the sea, involving some sort of like school of magic users, where people had some sort of combination, where all the fighters had some sort of combination magic between water and another element, like water and fire would be like steam, and water and electricity would be like, I don't know, some sort of hydroelectric thing, hydrolysis or something, I don't know. But like, they were all sort of water-based attacks, and like they had to fight off these sort of creatures which were trying to break into their underwater life dome sort of city, and trying to use their trying to just basically destroy this the city of these half humans. And it's like these mutant fishes versus these mutant people. So yeah. uh, Another project Off White. It used to be Project White, but the story changed so much that I call it Project Off White now. So yeah, it's supposed to be the story about uh, this girl who finds a robot. Well, not finds a robot. Someone gives her a robot and she fixes it up and she finds out more about it, and it turns out that this robot is like this robot kind of has magical powers, but like everybody has magical powers in that world. But the thing is, it's like this robot is also based on like technology, which is rare in their society. Not really rare, but like things that are typically based on science in our world would be based on magic in their world. And things that would be based on magic in our world would be like their science. It's not like a one for one word swap or anything. But basically, the gist is the robot runs on electricity as one of its power sources. It uses the electricity it has to augment the mana mechanics around it so it can fly and all that other stuff. But its low level interface is purely electronic, and this allows it to interface with some of the more rare relics of the world. Now, I could just rewrite the project again, and this wouldn't be the first or second or third time that this story changed so dramatically. But basically, it could be like some sort of project where she kind of gets all these magical powers. I mean, like sort of a half, like a magical, like a modern day world that has both magic and science, and like psychics and stuff like that are kind of rare, but like still known, and scientists are kind of rare too, and stuff like that. But like, uh, hmm, I don't know. That's about all I can say on that one, except for it started off being based on a dream about a hotel. And then there's Project Green, which is one of my biggest ones, which I have a lot. I had a fair bit written for it, but if I do it the way I'm gonna do these other ones, or at least planning to do it, then I could actually get it done. And as much as it would matter, but like with Project Green, there'd be like a lot of writing because it's a long story, and I think I might want to retool the whole series, like redo the whole story to make it more expandable. I was talking to my uncle and he had some ideas about it, or he was bouncing some ideas back at me, or however that went. And like, originally it was all going to be set on Earth, but way into the future. But now I figure it should be set on another planet, maybe in like another solar system or something, or like a completely different world than ours, but like with humans and sort of technology and whatnot. But like, basically, there's all these different planets around this sun, and they all support life, and they all support life, and there's like magic, and there's like psychics and military operations and sentient robots and underground civilizations and sort of teleportation and space travel and all sorts of stuff like that. And it's just kind of pretty cool. And that's about it.